Alright guys, so today we are showing off Physical Vegito Blue's EZA and the Legendary Goku event. So one thing I need to say before we even really start this video, thank you guys so much. Over the past few days, I don't know what it is, but I've been getting a lot of nice comments, and I appreciate it, guys. I just want to let you guys know that. But all that gushy stuff away, let's take this beast of a unit in a Legendary Goku event. So 1.5 million right there. That might not be very impressive, but remember, right now he doesn't have Fierce Battle active, because the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, obviously, like, he's a Rebirth unit, so he does have Super Saiyan, no Fierce Battle, but ideally here, the rotation that I'm going to want to run, is going to be, like, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then Physical Vegito Blue. That's probably not the best rotation that you would run to, like, no item the event, but maybe if you're trying to run it fast, I don't know. But anyways, like, Physical Vegito Blue is going to be kind of a weird unit here, just because of his typing. Because Physical, he's going to dominate the last stage. Like, I think if you get him in Dokkan mode in the last stage, and all of the attacks are in the right spot, I think he could single-handedly beat in UI Goku. I think that is possible. But it would take the very perfect setup. Like, a Dokkan mode against in UI Goku, maybe 4 super attacks, and then all of the attacks, are after Vegito Blue, like, super attacks, so that way all of those greatly raising attacks are there. I think he could solo UI Goku like that. Now obviously that's not very likely, but that's just me saying, like, he is really, really good here. I would like to see him get some counters here, but I would also, whatever, we'll see how much he takes before he supers, because obviously he does tank significantly better after he super attacks. That's just because, you know, greatly raising defense, it's a big deal. So he's still taking double digits here. He does have, remember, like, the same amount of damage reduction as, like, Super 17, AGL Zamasu, stuff like that. So it's not like his defense is bad. It's just, like, it could get bad later in the event, but if we get double supers, I think at the very end, triple supers, but if we get double supers, I think by the end of the event, and then another attack, like, did you see what he just did? He almost just single-handedly took out this Goku. We might not need to cut in this video very much, like, comparatively to, like, normally when I hop through the Legendary Goku event. Man, that was impressive. But yeah, if he gets, like, 1 or 2 super attacks, he's going to be taking double digits from every, like, phase in this event. The only stage I'm questionable about is actually the STR UI Goku stage. I mean, for obvious reasons, right? He has type disadvantage. But because of his damage reduction, I think if he gets, like, maybe 2 super attacks, which isn't out of the question, because remember, his chance for his additionals to be super attacks actually went up with his EZA. It went from just a chance, which was like 10%, to a medium chance, which is like 25 or 30, something like that. So if he gets, like, 2 super attacks, I think he might take double digits from normals against STR UI Goku, and that's just because of the damage reduction. Now, if he gets supered by STR UI Goku, no matter how many supers he gets, I think you automatically die. Because his defensive stat isn't going to be impressive. Like, if he does 2 super attacks, I think his defensive stat might be like 100k, but with 40% damage reduction, I mean, that's enough to take double digits from any event in the game. But because the damage reduction goes away when you get supered, I am not sure how that will work. We took a little bit more damage than I thought we would, to be honest. Alright, so I think we're just going to keep Vegito Blue in the front slot and just see what he does. Don't expect him to do what he did last time very often. Although that is something he can do, like 3 supers and then just, like, murder the whole enemy. Like, here we have 2 attacks, like, after 2. So if we were to get that here, those counters would all have those greatly raising attack as well. So his counters would hit significantly harder. He can be really gross. Like, this is pretty much his floor, this rotation right here. And still, defensively, he's fine. And we got no crits. So he actually didn't do much damage either. But, like, that is one thing about this guy, is, like, if you want him to do major damage, you do kind of need to rely on crits more than you would for, like, you know, another unit. Just because counters, like, the way they work, their attack stat is pretty small, but once they all add up, you know, it is a lot of damage. And I feel like a lot of people don't like the counter units, because they're like, oh, they don't do much damage, you know, against the super difficult events. Now, one thing is, there are only really 2 events in the game where counter units don't do damage unless they crit. There's the Legendary Goku event and the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. All of the other events in the game, counter units do hit decently hard. Even, like, without crits on their counters, right? So that's not a fair critique. I've heard Truth making that critique lately, where it's like, oh, sure, Physical Vegito Blue's nice, but he needs crits or else he doesn't do damage to any enemies in the game. And that was actually what he said, but it's really only 2 events in the game. And, I mean, I don't know, that's a stupid argument. Oh, double super, we like those. Or maybe we didn't give him a super first, I don't know. I love Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku. He's a unit that I just brought because basically for the Legendary Goku event, you want to bring mostly defense stacking units. Except for the units that you know you're going to float. If you know you're going to float a unit, you don't want to bring a defensive stacking unit, because then they won't have a chance to stack up their defense, right? So that's what, see, we're still taking double digits from normals before he supers, which is kind of crazy, because, like, his defense, I should have checked it, but it can't be above 65k here. So that's kind of crazy. But anyways, back to what I was talking about with Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The only reason I brought him was because I knew I wasn't going to be able to run whoever I brought in that slot on main rotation. So I was like, whatever, I'll just bring a Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And because he guards against all attacks, he has a decent amount of defense. He also has, I think it's 7% damage reduction, which isn't much. But I think he gets more based on however many Dragon Ball Heroes category allies are on the team. But obviously on this variant of the team that I built, there's none. Okay, we're on Tech God Goku, and I still haven't had to cut yet, by the way, which is pretty nice. Finally transforming within Goku Black, which means he's just going to start doing a whole lot more damage. He's going to be critting. He has still one of my favorite super attack animations in the game, period. Now, one thing about going this fast through the event is when you bring defense stacking units like Rose, who doesn't get any defense at the start of turn, he kind of doesn't build up very fast. Like, he greatly raises defense on super attack, which does build up pretty quickly. But because he doesn't have any on his defense, he can get hit kind of hard. Like right now, with this super attack, he just got over 100k defense. Which next turn reminds me, I do need to check on Vegito Blue's defense. I meant to do that like throughout this entire video, and I just keep forgetting. Okay. Crit. No crit, that's fine. Oh, that was the Friends. The Friends actually has 2 dupes. My Gohan only has 1 dupe. So I feel like the Friends probably has a better chance of critting. I guess I never really paid attention to the splits that my friend gave him, but it doesn't matter. This is, that could hurt. I accidentally did the Visco Girl thing there. I didn't mean to. I didn't. I might have a speech impediment. I don't know. There's a chance. Okay, no damage there. I like this. I want to see. So first of all, his defense is 62k. I was right. It was not above. What did I say? 65k. Also, what is Gohan's defense at? I didn't check that either. 224. Okay. So I want to see if he takes any damage from normals. Okay, even before, that's really good. Okay, hold up. So he's at the point where he's not doing any damage before he supers. But that is fine. But what I'm really surprised at, actually, is he's taking no damage from normals even before he supers. With only 62,000 defense and 40% damage reduction, he's, like, not taking much damage. Alright, his counter's doing a little bit. Crit? No. See, like, they did 500,000 extra damage just from the crit. Which is why, like, most of the time when I rainbow units, I build them pretty balanced. Like, a balance of additional crit and then 3 dodge in there somewhere. But this guy, I gave him no dodge, and I gave him 15 crit. He is one of, like, 2 or 3 units in my box that I actually gave max crit. I remember another one was just the Tech Trunks, who came out with this Physical Vegito Blue, actually, just because I was like, oh, I can have a unit with 20 crit, I'm gonna do that. Oh, we got the Dokkan mode here, which is fine, but I mean, whatever. 3, 2, 1. See, like, I love running the Legendary Goku event with teams like this, where it's like I just kind of blitz through it, because I haven't had to cut yet, and we're already about to get to the blue stage, and I have a feeling I might not even need to cut in the blue stage. I probably will only need to cut out, like, a little bit of the STRUI Goku stage, and then, like, the rest of this I can just keep in, because the team is moving so fast, the team is so strong defensively. I don't know, 3.3 million crit. Yeah, that Rose is pretty good. 150% attack, 50% chance to crit, stacks defense. I mean, yeah. So here I'm actually going to put Vegito in that second slot, just because it looks like that's probably where I can get the most counters. And also, most of the time when you run him, you're going to be running him in that second slot so that he can maximize the damage from his counters. Because a counter in the first slot would do, like, damage if he crit. But if not, it probably wouldn't do very much. Whereas in the second slot, even if he didn't crit, I think his counters would still do like 100k maybe. Especially if we got like double supers or something. And also it's nice that Gohan got hit with the super here. Because he's not one of those defense stacking units, so it's like from a super he would take damage. Okay, no crit there. I would really like to get 2 supers here. No. We're not going to take any damage from normals, I already know that. Okay, nice. We did get double supers, which just means his attack here, well, like his counter damage is going to pretty much be through the roof. So 500,000 attack stat per counter. If he gets crit on any of these, it could do like half a bar. Okay. A crit on any of these, he has a 30% chance to crit for every single attack he does. I think this is the last counter we're getting here. We did get a crit. That did, see, like, that did do, like, half a bar. It's just we got really lucky. We got really unlucky with the crits, I should say. Okay. You know, I don't think I'm going to cut here. Rose is only up to 137,000 defense, which, you know, isn't great, but what are you going to do? I also am not sure if we're going to get our second Dokkan mode here. It really depends on how much the UI Goku stages dodge. But I think it would be kind of fun to get a Dokkan mode with Vegito Blue. It was just kind of unfortunate that we got the Dokkan mode on the rotation with Rose instead of Vegito. What are you going to do? No crit there. Alright, next rotation, if there are any attacks in the first slot, I think I'm actually going to put Vegito up there and see if he's taking more than double digits now, or like what the deal is. Okay, once again, Gohan getting supered, which is the best thing that could happen. This is probably double digits. Yeah, the Friends Gohan has more defense than mine just because of the extra dupe. And I think he got a double super when my Gohan did not get a double super. So all those things put together, you know, make the Friends just better tanking than mine. Oh, this is sad. Yeah. Yeah, whatever I said, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to keep him in the second slot here. Just because in the second slot, he needs significantly less ki. And most of the time, getting 4 ki isn't a big deal. But right there, I mean, just the ki orbs on the field were really bad. Not much you can do there. Okay, so because we brought no support on this team, his attack stat will have been the same pretty much this whole time. One more. Oh, and we got the super on it. Nice. If we get a crit on a counter, I think Vegito Blue actually finishes off Blue Goku. Come on. Do it. Crit counter. No. I'm getting very unlucky with crit counters here. He has a 30% chance to crit per attack that he does, and he's just not doing it. He is just refusing. What are you going to do? So I think we might actually die against STRUI Goku, because the way this works is I don't use items. I will use a Dende so we have max HP, but I'm not going to use like a defense up item, a damage reduction item, when we're going up against STR like UI Goku. I just want to see how much he takes naturally, and that might get us killed. If he gets supered, it will kill us. I'm just going to be honest with you. But you know, I just want to show everything. So it's not that bad actually that Blue Goku survived that last turn, because that makes this turn go faster, and it just makes it to where Goku Black got a free extra stack here. Nice. And now we're against UI Goku. I hope he doesn't super right away. So here I am going to use a Dende, or Senzu Bean? I brought a Senzu Bean, okay. So here our defense has not been tampered with at all. We have no damage reduction, you can see no other items have been used, just a Senzu. Okay, please no super attack right away. If there's a super attack here that's going to kill us, make it like be after 2 normals. So 1 normal, perfect. 42k is a good, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. For type disadvantage in this event, it's not the worst, but I mean, that's a lot of damage. Okay, now any supers we get here will significantly drop the amount of damage we're going to take. Okay, only 1. 13k. If we would have got 2 supers, or really if we got 3 supers, I mean, we could have taken very little damage here. Like, if we get 3 supers, he's taking double digits, is basically how this works. Now, I know 3 supers is very uncommon, but 2 supers, he's probably taken like 4k, which with type disadvantage is pretty much insane. Now, he's not going to be doing any damage here unless he crits, which is very different against, like, the next stage. Like, the next stage, he's just going to be doing insane amounts of damage, especially if you lower defense, which I actually don't think I brought any unit on this team that does lower defense. I don't know how I accidentally avoided that. It would be nice though. Just so Rose doesn't. He stacks defense. Gohan stacks defense. Super Saiyan 4 Goku raises defense. Do you low? You don't do anything. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're not gonna be lowering defense. Except wait, if Gogeta fuses, on 18 and lowers attack and defense. So Gogeta, if he manages to fuse, will actually lower defense a little bit. Now, just because I don't want to die here, I'm going to use King Yama. This will not affect Vegito's defense next turn, because it's only a one-turn defensive item. I could have actually used Super Saiyan 4 Goku's active skill here, and I meant to. I just forgot. What are you going to do? Okay, go on 2.4 million. We like those. And he's going to be taking double digits from anything, like, for the rest of this event. Just because stacking defense, like, as an LR, is insane because of how high their stats are naturally. It's a very similar thing with EZA units, just because their stats are so much higher than, like, a normal TUR, whereas, like, stacking, it means more for them, right? KO Rose taking no damage, I'm surprised by that. Super Saiyan 4 Goku getting supered would not be the worst thing in the world here, actually. So go ahead and super him. No, okay. I think after next rotation, I am just going to cut to the int stage. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so if I was just trying to do this normally, I actually would not do this at all. But, I'm going to use an Icarus. I'm going to use an Icarus, and I just want to see what's going to happen here. I'm very curious. And I'm also going to use a Senzu. I want to see, like, how many of these are crits. At this point, this is just me testing how unlucky I am. Because we've already seen how much he takes. If it's a super, we're still probably going to die. Okay, so 5,000. This is going to be double digits, even if he only gets one super here. That is obviously with extra damage reduction. So, you know, what are you going to do? Super, no. Super, no, okay. So that's pretty unlucky there. Hopefully he doesn't get supered. I just realized we have double type disadvantage here. But if either of them does get supered, I would want it to be LR Vegito. LR Gogeta, I mean. Because LR Gogeta has a higher defensive stat. And remember, Vegito Blue, his damage reduction is really good. Look at all these critical counters we're getting. Hold up. Oh, okay. I thought we were just going to get, like, a whole lot of them right then. But the way LR Vegeta works, Gogeta, because I forgot what I was talking about already. Physical Vegito Blue's damage reduction, because it doesn't work on supers, it would be better if LR Gogeta had to take that super. Okay, well, that couldn't win any better, where he supered us. Could not have won any better. Right now we are going to cut to in UI Goku. We will be back in a second. Okay, so we're back here, and this is a really good rotation for him. So once again, I'm just going to show off no items active here. So he's going to be taking double digits. I'm just going to tell you right away, unless it's a super attack, he's going to be taking double digits. And he's going to be doing damage on counters. And the reason I put him in that second slot was just so that he could get more counters. I wish I could have seen him take this super, to be honest, but I mean, he would have taken a decent amount of damage. Probably around 100k. Just because his defense isn't great, but also type advantage is a huge deal. So I don't know, it would probably be somewhere around there. His attack stat is the same as we have seen pretty much this whole time. Oh, but we got the crit, and we got the, this could be what I talked about. Okay, no, he dodged. And we only got 2 attacks. That is actually pretty unlucky. And he's dodging. Is he just going to dodge all of these? Is he just going to dodge all of these? Okay, no, he let one hit. So 261,000. If he would have let all these hit, and then there's 1 million on a counter. 1 million on a critical counter is pretty good. I think we're going to get one more look at him next rotation. Then we're probably going to call it. Hold up, here can I avoid supers? Or just avoid same color orbs? Because if I can, I think I'm going to. Please, I don't want to get the Dokkan mode. I don't want to get the Dokkan mode. No Dokkan mode. Oh, no, we got it. That sucks. I'm not going to get it. Whatever. It would have been nice to get it with Vegito Blue, but it's not, like, imperative or anything. So next rotation, I really hope I can get Vegito Blue supered. But obviously I don't control where UI Goku supers, and he supers pretty much randomly throughout the turn. Unlike most bosses where it's like most of the time they super in the first slot, the second slot. I mean, this guy, it's it seems like it's a random chance. It seems like it doesn't... Oh, well. So we got super late this turn, which means we're either not going to get super next turn or we're going to get super late next turn. Which means if I want to see him get... Actually, no, that wasn't late this turn. That was the first attacker. What am I doing? I'm asleep. But I feel like the next... If there is a super next turn, it's going to be in the second or third slot. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to put Vegito Blue in that fourth... Not the fourth slot. Not the third slot. Because I don't want to float him off or anything. Actually, I'm going to put him right there. And that's going to get him so many counters. Once again, if a good amount of those are crits, or if we get a good amount of additionals, if he doesn't dodge much... Actually, just if he doesn't dodge much, I think we win. Because Vegito Blue is just going to massacre him. With all of those attacks. Like, him attacking, like, a whole lot in one slot is the opposite of what he wants to do when physical Vegito Blue is on the team. Just because of the type advantage and just the massive amount of attack he can have if he gets 2 supers or more. He did dodge that, but whatever. Come on, one more super. One more super? No, okay. But still 2 supers. Now, if we get crit counters, that's 1,000,000 damage every single counter. If we don't get crit counters, 270,000 is still a good amount of damage. But it could be better. Okay, we did get 1 crit counter, 1,000,000. See, like, each of his counters is doing a good amount of damage, and each of his crit counters is doing, like, half a life bar against an UI Goku, which is an insane amount of damage. He is getting supered here as well. He got 2 super attacks, which means his defense here is probably around 100k with type advantage. He took 100k. I mean, from UI Goku in the Legendary Goku event, that is, like, no damage at all. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to see him again. Even if I did want to, like, let's go another rotation and see him again. I don't think we can here, so I'm going to, like, finish this up here. Vegito Blue is a significantly better option for this event than I thought he was. Like, going into this video, I was like, oh, he's going to be good here. But it's just he never took damage, really. Against STR UI Goku, it might seem like he took a lot of damage, but 40k for type disadvantage? I mean, that's insane. That's tanking in this event. So I'm actually really surprised. He's probably one of the best physical units you can bring into this event. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Yeah, we did just finish this up, so there's no more Blue Vegito that I could show against UI Goku. Overall, really impressed. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider leave a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel. My name has been Black Huru, and I'll see you guys next time.